It is your Classic Metal Show right here on the ClassicMetalShow.com. That is Shark Island from the Law of the Order release. And there you go. Paris calling.
Paris is calling, not burning. At least
not
today.
Burning. It was calling.
Right.
It was calling all those yellow-vested people out into the streets.
Yeah, come on out.
Yeah, come on out. Rebel against your government.
And then get gassed.
Exactly. Well, there's some upheaval going on around the world, isn't there?
People are tired of all this bullshit, dude. They're tired of being fucking bossed around by a bunch of fucking power-hungry cunts.
Yeah, I agree.
Just sucks. Just sucks that that's the way it is these days.
Yep.
Is there anywhere that's happy?
Well, you know what? Aside from the left-wing crooked media and the nonsense that goes on in Washington, the last 2 years for me personally have been pretty damn good.
Yeah. I'm just saying overall, I mean, you just look around and it's just a bunch of fucking hate-filled cocksuckers.
Yeah, well, that's what it is. It's just, especially in this country, ever since the election of Trump, the hate and the rhetoric from the left side has just been overwhelming. And since the mainstream media is just a branch of the Democrat Party, every day, hate Trump, hate Trump, hate Trump. This guy can do nothing right. Nothing.
Do you really think, though, it started with Trump? Because, I mean, I think, now the media did, but I think that there was every bit as much absolute hate for Obama, just the media didn't cover it.
Well, yeah, but the thing is that people, the people who did not agree with Obama's way of governing did not like what he did.
Right.
But the media would never cover that discontent.
Right.
From that end. It was, he's the greatest. He's the Messiah. He's the greatest. He can do no wrong. Yeah. His farts smell like roses. Oh, my God. He's just the greatest.
Yep.
Trump comes in. He's the devil. He's Hitler. He's a racist. He's a bigot. He's a this. He's a everything.
He's everything that Obama wasn't.
Exactly. And the thing is that big story came out yesterday about Trump told his guy Cohen to lie to Congress. Trump told him that if he did that, he needs to step down. He needs to resign. And then it's a big lie.
Oh, is it?
Oh, yeah. Every media outlet out there, all the hate Trump media outlet. Oh, yeah, he needs to step down. If he told Cohen to lie to Congress, he needs to step down. He needs to resign immediately. And then it turns around that it was all wrong. It was all a lie. And then it was just like, it was a bad day for the media. It was a bad day for the media because they jumped on this story, blindly jumped into this because they absolutely knew Trump had to have done that.
Sure. Well, the media is all fucking
It's
ridiculous.
terrible. It's terrible. I don't even listen to the media.
Did you happen to see, I got to think that you saw this. If not, we're going to find it because you will get a huge laugh out of it. Did you see the girl that called out the guy for white privilege?
Yeah, he was a black guy, and he goes, "Well, that's because of your white privilege." He goes, you haven't done your homework because I'm a black guy."
That was fucking hysterical.
Yeah, but see, it's this automatic.
Right.
Nobody is based on their own merit. It's just like, oh, well, you're white, so you're this immediately.
Right.
It's just gotten to the rhetoric has just gotten to a fevered pitch these days.
Yeah, it is. It's definitely crazy right now.
So, again, I don't listen to the news. I don't watch CNN. I don't watch MSNBC. I don't watch Fox. I don't listen to the media. I do see the headlines. Every time you turn around, the headline is always some kind of inflammatory thing. Well, Trump lied, and Trump did this, and he did that, and he did, it's all bad.
Yeah, I don't watch any of it. I try on Wednesdays and Saturdays to grab about 15 minutes of Newsy. I don't know if you're hip to Newsy.
Yeah, I know. I see it on the Roku.
Yeah, I mean, it's just nice because it's like 10 stories in 10 minutes. It's just 1 minute hits where they don't have time to really spin too much out of control. And that's all the news I need. There's something going on in France. There's something going on with Trump. There's something going on with the Russians. Then I'm done.
Yeah.
Quick and out.
Well, here's the thing that bothers me about the hate Trumpers and the anti-Trump media.
Mm-hmm.
Even though things in this country are going well, economy-wise, stock market-wise, trade deal-wise, a lot of things are happening that are good for the country.
Sure.
They would rather see Trump fail and kill the country just because they hate Trump.
Oh, yeah, of course.
And instead of going, wow, economy's doing good. There's jobs being created. The trade deals are working. All this and that. It's just like, well, he said this and he did this and he, it's just like, how come you're not happy about the good things that are going on here?
Mm-hmm. Well, because that doesn't play to their agenda.
I understand it, but my point is that you would sacrifice all these good things that are benefiting us as a country just because you hate Trump?
No, of course they would. And the saddest part of it, and I guess not the saddest part of it, but what doesn't help solve it is that Trump will not fucking back down, a tenth of a step.
No, but the thing is he can't back down.
No, well, he could.
He can't. He can't allow, because he cannot allow these people to even get 1 inch of toehold in anything.
I don't know. Like the thing this week with the airline thing, that was just petty horse shit.
What?
On both sides. Nancy Pelosi with the State of the Union, and then him striking back with her fucking plane flight.
Well, but see, here's the thing. In the over 100 years of doing the State of the Union, not once ever has a president been disinvited to do it.
No, I get that. I'm not saying she's right. I'm not saying she's right and he's wrong. I'm saying they're both wrong because they're both acting like fucking children.
Well, is it?
That's what I'm saying.
Is it acting like? Well, obviously disinviting the president. Number one, the Capitol doesn't belong to Nancy Pelosi.
Well, I understand.
It doesn't belong to her. It doesn't belong to the Democrats. They have a 30-seat majority in the House of Representatives. The Republicans own the Senate. She doesn't own the Capitol building to where she can go, well, you're disinvited from doing the State of the Union. It's like, who the fuck are you, shitwad? Right. It's just like, the Capitol doesn't belong to you.
Yeah, but here's my problem with where you're going with this, though. That's how Trump should have positioned it. He should have come right out and said, who the fuck are you to fucking disinvite me?
Right.
Instead, he goes and says, okay, bitch, you want to fucking play games? I can play games too. And that's where I have the
issue. But here the thing is he's just playing to her bitching that the quote unquote the government is shut down.
So it's okay that he's a cunt because she is?
No. She's making a big deal out of the fact that the government is shut down. Mm-hmm. And since you're making a big deal about it, how people were all disadvantaged because of this government shutdown, which the government really isn't shut down. It's,
right.
He's just like, yeah, the government's shut down. That means unnecessary things are going to be cut out of the budget for right now, and that means your trips.
Yeah, I get that. But if she didn't make the push on the State of the Union, she doesn't get shut down going to wherever the fuck she was going.
She was going to go to Afghanistan and a couple other places, yeah. But he told her, if you want to fly commercial, you're welcome to go.
Dude, I get that. His letter was well worded. I get it. I'm not saying that what he did was wrong. What I'm saying is being petty and childish is never going to get anything meeting in the middle to fix a goddamn thing. He's a lame duck president for the next 2 years.
Yeah, well, here's the thing. He made a couple of reach outs to the Democrats, and they flat out refused.
But he's the president. That doesn't mean, okay, well, then fuck you. He has to keep doing it until the day he's not the president. That's the fucking job.
Yeah, but the thing is that he has made a couple of invites to them to get together with him. and let's work on this thing. And they go, nope.
Yeah, I get it. I believe me, dude. I'm not just believe me. I'm not trying to side with the Democrats at all. I think they're being a bunch of childish cunts that are just hurting regular people for their own fucking power gain. I am definitely not saying anything positive about what they're doing. What I'm saying is that he at some point has to be above their childish horse shit. And instead, he continually, the same with the Twitter and the constant, bringing up people's ratings and shit like that. He's lowering himself to lowest common denominator. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I get it. But the thing is if he doesn't stand up and whether it's the use of Twitter or something, if he just stays quiet, he's going to lose this fight. He has to keep everything in the forefront and make sure people understand that what they're being fed, be it through the media or anything else, is a bunch of misinformation.
And I get that. And what I'm saying is the way he does it is also trying to get a laugh.
Well, true. He is the master at trolling.
And that's the point. He's got the highest ranking job of anybody in the universe.
Yes.
And he's a troll.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. He's too, at some point there's never going to get anything done at all. He's going to get reelected and not be able to get anything done. He's going to have a 4-year window at least where he can't get anything done. And that's the fucking problem.
Well, I think the problem is that regardless of how conciliatory he is toward the Democrats, they're not going to budge one iota no matter what he does. If he were to give in to their demands, they still wouldn't give him anything.
But don't you think that the people would see that?
Unfortunately, the people who vote, they're look at that dumbbell who got elected in New York. Who in their right mind would vote for that Ocasio, whatever her face is? Who would vote for her?
Cortez.
That's the problem. It's just like people like her get elected, and it's just like any good, solid thinking person who really understands the whole process and understands who they're voting for, she would never get a vote. But the thing is she got elected.
I'm not arguing your point, dude. Again, I'm not siding with them. And to answer Steve Jackson, yes, I certainly understand that he's throwing a wrench into the American political system. Unfortunately, he's clubbing everybody in the head with that wrench that he needs. That's the problem. There's no, if you don't, in politics, in the political arena in Washington, if you're not 100% on board with Donald Trump, you're the enemy. And you know what? That's just not the way anything ever in your life, dude. In your business, if somebody was wildly opposed to everything that you offered up with with the creation of one of the containers that you were making,
right,
you would not continue to try to work with them. You'd be like, "Fuck you, I'm out of here."
Yeah, but see, here's the problem: the people that should be working with the president, even if he was the nicest guy and basically played their game, they still wouldn't work with him. That's the problem. I think he's at a point where it's like, you know what, I got nothing to lose because these fucking, these people won't work with me anyway. Look at that Romney.
Yeah.
He offered him a position in the White House. He even endorsed his run for the Senate. And then Romney turns around, even before he takes the oath of office and to become a senator, he writes a hit piece on Trump.
Believe me, dude, I get it. They're all fucking scumbags. And again, I'm not saying that what he's doing is wrong. I'm saying the way he does.
Yeah, I get it. I get it. It's the whole protocol. I get what you're saying.
Yeah. That's all I'm saying. I'm not, dude, believe me, the last thing I will ever do is take a side with fucking faggot fuck Chuck Schumer or AOC or fucking Nancy Pelosi or whatever. Fuck all of them. I hope every one of them has an aneurysm and dies. I mean, I just do. I'm not taking their side. What I'm saying is that that he's the president, and I get it that he's the president, but at some point he has to act like the president and not the host of fucking his TV show anymore.
Yeah, well, yeah, and I get that, and I kind of agree with you there. But at this point, with everybody so connected with social media and the whole tit for tat thing, if he chose to act presidential and did not get into the fray, he would get buried in the mix.
Maybe, probably, but I mean, he has his own power to not be buried in the mix if he wants to. You know, I mean, he could just do his own YouTube videos. He doesn't need the news.
True. Well, and again, that's what the Twitter is for. Is he doesn't need the news, because when you got people like a Jim Acosta in there, all he does is try to, make Trump look stupid.
Of course. But when Trump goes out there and says, I'm not going to cave in to stretch face Pelosi or whatever he's going to fucking call, when he starts with the name calling and the childish shit, it's fucking done. It's like 2 8-year-olds on the fucking monkey bars pushing him.
That's true. But I think Trump understands who his audience is.
Yeah, his audience, but that doesn't help us. Dude, 15 years from now, when whatever doesn't get through, that he just cannot get through because he was being, he was trying to outbully the bully, that's when we're going to feel it. He'll be dead.
Yeah.
That's the problem I have, is that he'll be dead. He'll be a dead billionaire, in his grave somewhere, and our kids will fucking be hurt by this fucking bullying bullshit. And again, I'm not on the Democrat side at all. I'm not. I just wish that we could stop having so much fucking, well, fuck you. No, fuck you. They might as well just get on camera and say, fuck you. No, fuck you.
Yeah.
Enough trying to pretend that that's not what they're doing.
Right.
Just do it. Why don't they just hire 2 people to beat the shit out of each other on every issue? Just bring 2 people in, let them fucking beat the shit out of each other, and whoever wins, their point gets pushed.
True.
It would be more legitimate than what they're doing now. It'd be less childish.
Yeah.
That's all.
Well, what I find funny is that that the media, unfortunately, the media drives so much of this rhetoric that that Trump had that the team, what was the team in the White House, and he served them hamburgers.
Oh, the Clemson football.
Yeah, the Tigers or whatever.
Yeah, Clemson.
Well, he misspelled hamburger on his Twitter. That must have ran in the news for 3 days, that he misspelled hamburger. And the whole idea there is to see Trump's an idiot. He can't even spell hamburger. And that's the whole thing. But the thing is while they were reporting on the fact that he didn't spell hamburger right, he's busy off making deals or trying to make summits with North Korea.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you got to wonder if this guy is a freaking genius and does diversionary things on purpose, or he is an idiot. You know what I mean? But I think he really understands how to divert people in paying attention to stuff that isn't that important while he can go do other stuff.
Well, he's found a way to do it without killing interns and stuff, and because that's been the old way forever. That somebody of notoriety or some story, gets picked up, whether it was John Benet Ramsey or whatever. They pick up a story and it diverts attention from what the fucking government's normally doing. Yeah, that's diverts himself.
Well, again, that's kind of where I was going with that.
Sure,
but since we were talking about that. Our own Nathan from Kentucky, he submitted this.
Yeah.
And again, we talked about this a little bit last week. Everything is not racist. I'm sorry to tell you people, but not everything is racist.
See, now you're talking out of your ass. Everything is racist.
I don't think a day goes by when I don't see the word racist come up in some news article somewhere.
Well, I think you're racist for making that point.
Oh, really? for making the observation?
Yes, that's racist. It's racist.
When did racism become such a big issue?
When it fucking makes people react.
Well, just since Trump was elected.
Yeah. Well, maybe a little before.
Well, I don't know. I don't think I can go a day.
Well, you can't now. Now it's come to full fruition. But I would say it started with the Trayvon Martin and Mike Brown. That's when it got out of control.
Right.
Ferguson and that shit. And that was that Trump or was that Obama?
That was Obama.
Obama. That's when it got going. With the Trayvon Martin could be my son.
Yeah, sure.
That's when it got fucking revved up, but now it's out of control.
Of course it is. Well, anyway, ESPN, who's become a left-wing media outlet,
yeah,
they've lost a lot of viewership over the last couple of years because of their grandstanding on, left-wing propaganda.
Sure, I know. I barely ever watch it anymore.
A lot of people have bailed.
Mm-hmm. I'll watch Monday Night Football, and even with that, a lot of times I'll just turn the sound down.
Sure. ESPN hosts criticized President Donald Trump for offering the players of the NCAA football championship team, Clemson University, an array of fast food, labeling it a potentially racist move by the White House.
That's racist?
Offering hamburgers is racist.
Why?
See, again, this is how ridiculous this fever pitch has reached. It's just like, I've eaten freaking hamburgers ever since I was a kid, and I go, this is white people food.
Do you ever see who serves that food at McDonald's? It's generally not white people.
Yeah. It's foo.
It's foo.
Foo. I was getting my foo.
Get my foo?
Exactly.
At the Arches?
Exactly. Hail and Kill caller, you're on the air.
Yeah, boys. Lou from the Lou.
Hey, Lou, how come every time we bring up something racist or Donald Trump, you're the first one to call?
I don't know. Coincidence, maybe? I don't know.
Is this right in your wheelhouse, though? Do you feel that you're like an authoritarian or the voice of reason when it comes to racist issues and political correctness?
I ain't going to say I'm an authoritarian or voice of reason. I just feel like I'm in the same boat as you guys. I mean, it's racist to serve hamburgers. Well, what about to the white players? There are white players that play for Clemson.
They're not the good players.
Well, their quarterback was a white boy.
A white boy?
Yeah, a white boy.
See, that's racist right there. How come the quarterback wasn't black?
Well, they start the white boy. Now the black, the darky transferred to another school. So,
darky.
So, but I mean, it's just stupid. How? I mean, yes, there are a majority African American players, or whatever the fuck they call themselves, on the team. But there's a good chunk of white players there too. White coaches, white coaching staff. The trainers, that kind of thing. So I mean, how is it right? I mean, serve them hamburgers. What's that? I mean, these people make no freaking sense. They just make it up as they go along. They're just, the sad thing is people they don't realize how freaking stupid they are. That's what's sad. And, I just, speaking of, minority gatherings, meetings, whatever, did you see that freaking million bitch march today or whatever the hell that was?
I wasn't aware of it. Didn't see it. Don't care.
The women's march, I caught it by accident. I'd never seen a bigger collection of fat, ugly women that needed some dick or, a bunch of faggot boys in my life. I mean, good God, that's why these women are so freaking angry, because they can't find a man hard enough to go give them any dick. I mean, my God. And now, they're probably angry now, too, because, now you got all these fuck dolls coming out. It just got harder for them to get any dick now. Because, I guarantee you, I would fuck a goddamn fuck doll before I would fuck one of these fat, angry, nasty women that were at this damn bitch march.
Well, you got to say right there, Lou, nasty women.
Nah, they were nasty. Ugh, God. Then they closed their legs. Ugh. I mean, and had these men, well, I'm not going to call them men, but these fag nuts walking around, holding up signs. I'm a feminist husband. I mean, how much you want to bet their wives give them a strap on every fucking night? Their wives come home from work, fucking slap them upside the head, and go make me a sandwich, you little bitch. Jesus Christ. I mean, my God. You should have just, dropped some napalm on that whole bunch of them. Then out the gene pool.
Right. That's what's known as chlorine in the human gene pool. Little napalm.
Well, that's what they need. I mean, and the whole thing that they didn't wear their pink hats this year because, according to the leaders, not all women have vaginas. I mean, I can't even wrap my head around that logic. I cannot wrap my head around that logic. I mean, these same people are walking the earth amongst us and breathing the same air as us. Oh, Jesus. Thank God.
So that's why they weren't wearing the hats, because not all women have pink?
Yeah, they don't all have pink vaginas. Some vaginas are brown.
That's exactly what they said.
Some vaginas are 7 inches long and squirt cum.
According to them. I mean,
they have an extroverted vagina.
Yeah. God, I mean, thank God there's things like the classic metal show to balance things out in the world.
I don't think it's balancing. I think we might have the very, very minority opinion.
I think we're a little blip on the radar there, Lou. Just a very, very minor blip.
Yep.
Oh, man, you guys are bringing me down now.
Well, we do what we can, Lou. We know that guys like you are out there, and God damn it, we feel like we'd let you down if we didn't have a show every Saturday.
That's right.
I can feel the sarcasm on the phone there. I can just feel it. I can just feel it. But anyway, I'm flaming out more than some of the men that were at that million bitch march today. So I'll hell and kill, fuck you, pal, and fuck there.
There you go.
There's Lou. Lou from the Lou. He's always a delight.
He really is.
He is a delight. He's always got his finger on the pulse of what's going on out there.
When I hear Lou, I just think positive message.
Yeah. Uplifting.
Yeah.
All right, getting back to the story. Anchors on Wednesday's First Take program, Stephen A. Smith, Molly Queerim, Querim?
Queerim seems to fit this topic.
Max Kellerman discussed the White House's offering of McDonald's, Burger King, Wendy's, and Domino's to the Clemson players on Monday.
So let me guess, it was this racist Stephen A. Smith that said it was racist.
I'm thinking might be.
And that guy is a fucking troll.
Of course.
He fucking stinks.
Prompted by criticism of the president. See, again, criticism of the president.
Yeah, that's needed on ESPN.
Yeah, because everything Trump does is bad. Bad. Mm-hmm. Orange man, bad. Bad.
I'm going to be honest. Why do we even need coverage of the fucking Clemson being hosted at the White House on ESPN? That doesn't involve a score, so don't fucking cover it. You're ESPN. You're supposed to give us scores and tell us who got hurt playing basketball or whatever. That's it. No one gives a fuck about your fucking political views, you cocksucking fucks.
Prompted by criticism of the president by former New Orleans Saints player Reggie Bush, the panel argued whether Trump's serving of the fast food was disrespectful and classless, as Smith suggested, but ESPN co-host Queerim took the conversation a step further, saying she first noticed the billionaire president served the cheap meal to a team composed primarily of black players.
Well, she's right then. It is very racist and President Trump there should be some sort of EEOC complaint or something against him.
But to see, the thing is they're making this out as if Trump is coming out of his personal pocket to pay for this meal.
Well, didn't he, because of the shutdown?
I have no idea.
Even if he did, so what? Even more to the point. At least he gave him something. If he came out of his personal pocket, he didn't have to give him shit.
Yeah, if it was an all-white team, they would all had filet mignon and T-bone steaks. But because they're black players primarily, they just got fast food.
Yeah. Here you go, darky. Here's some White Castle. What the fuck? This is the dumbest argument ever.
Who makes that parallel saying that, well, if it was somebody else, they would have got upper scale food, but since it's black players, they got fast food.
Is there, and I don't know, I did not even know of this story.
Oh.
But is there a reason that McDonald's was served? Are they like a sponsor of college basketball or football?
No, he just thought it was just kind of like a novel thing. It was just supposed to be kind of fun and festive. And these are kids. It's like, hey, you're coming to the White House. Let's have some fast food. Let's eat some burgers. Let's have some pizza. Let's just kind of have like a very informal, fun time with it.
Yeah. Okay. I didn't know if there was a reason that McDonald's was.
No, not at all. There was no reason. It was just, they just thought it would be kind of different, and it was just kind of a fun thing, I guess.
And what I'm saying, though, McDonald's is a sponsor of, all of this shit, aren't they? They have like the McDonald's.
Sure, they do, but I don't know that had any bearing on it. To be honest with you,
I was just trying to figure out if that was the reason, and now they're making a big deal about it, or what. If the reason they served it was because they're a sponsor, and then they're making a big deal because it's Trump instead of, it's a sponsored thing.
Yeah.
That's what I was asking.
I get you. I get what you're saying. Former NFL running back and University of Southern Clemson Heisman Trophy winner Reggie Bush took to Twitter on Monday criticizing Trump's move, writing, "Just when you think you've seen it all, you guys deserve better. You are world champions, and this is the honor you receive from our nation's leader? This is disrespectful on so many levels. Just a huge slap in the face after the kind of performance. Shaking my head."
Ooh, well, if he did the shaking his head thing, then that's serious.
That is serious. Bush was immediately attacked by conservatives and Trump supporters, but the former All-American college football player doubled down Tuesday, tweeting, "Honestly, if I lived in D.C., I would have taken that whole team to dinner at a nice restaurant after seeing this. What a joke."
Well, why don't you travel back to your alma mater and take them?
Yeah.
Big talk.
A visibly frustrated Stephen A. Smith started off the ESP discussion Wednesday by saying, "It was classless on the part of the President of the United States. I don't give a damn about White House employees on furlough because of the whole border security issue with the Democrats or whatever. I didn't want to hear all of that," Smith said, reinforcing a Sarah Huckabee Sanders comment.
Okay, so the White House blamed it on the shutdown?
No, he's just saying that during the shutdown that certain things are being furloughed. But he just related that to the whole Clemson visit too.
So in theory, the Clemson visit could have or should have been canceled because of the
shutdown.
Thing, but Trump just decided to do it anyway.
Yeah, sure.
But he did it on the cheap.
Right.
That's what they're saying.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
At the end of the day, those are elite athletes that are national champions that put forth absolutely shocking and stellar performance, and this is how you greet them.
Yeah, man.
It's disgraceful and classless. It was wrong to do, and he could do better than that. And it's unfortunate that the leader of the free world, the president of the United States, would choose, and the comments that he made, that he would choose to conduct himself this way. But are we surprised? Absolutely not.
You deserve better than Chicken McNuggets for volunteering and winning a game, man!
Yeah!
You won a game that no one forced you to play, that you chose to play, so you deserve better than a Big Mac!
Yeah, pal!
Did he at least have enough food for them?
Oh, yeah, there was plenty.
Did everybody get a Big Mac?
Oh, they got plenty. They were stacking hamburgers, it's like stacking money.
And Stephen A. Smith should shut the fuck up.
And the thing is the guys from Clemson, none of them complained. They were just like, yeah, this is badass. Max Kellerman explained the backstory behind the Trump-led government shutdown and said the president probably put on McDonald's and Burger King food because fast food is not elitist and plays to his voter base.
Is that why he did it?
Yeah, he did it because it would be a show of elitism.
Really? Because what I heard was that he said, look, 70% of these people are nigs, so I'm going to serve them cheap food.
Yeah.
That's what I heard he was going to do.
Hail and kill caller, you're on the air.
Hey, gentlemen, how you doing? You are listening to Doug from the Feminist Clam, Portland, Oregon.
All right, what's happening out there, Doug?
Not so much. I just want to mention about the whole Trump thing, Clemson thing, is because I don't disagree with you guys much, but I think you guys are horribly wrong about the whole theory about being racist and discriminatory because to be honest, I mean, nothing's more racist and discriminatory than offering people free food and celebrating them. That's, I mean, it's just, I was very deeply offended and outraged that he offered people free food.
If he had invited them to the White House and handed everyone an EBT card, would that have been racist?
Only if he told them you can only buy fried chicken with it.
Right, and he said, "You go get your own foo."
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. You can't really depend on all of media to be serious and have like valid points. Blah blah. I get it, but it just seems like so much of the media is just like throwing desperate Hail Mary attempts, pardon the pun, to just make Trump or whatever seem like he's a piece of garbage.
Of course, that's kind of my point. That's been my point from the get-go here. It says no matter what this guy does, he's a piece of shit.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Well, I still disagree with you guys. I think he's a piece of shit for offering, full free food. I mean, that's disgusting on my part because, I have a deep mommy and daddy issues because my parents offered me free food for 18 years, and every time I go to my mom's house and she says, "Hey, do you want dinner?" I'm like, "Fuck you, bitch! I'm not oppressed by your patriarchal standards of the gender spectrum norms." I mean, come on, it's a big issue, guys. Do you really? I mean, if you invite me to your home and feed me, I'm not going to abide by your patriarchal norms.
Right.
Especially you, Neely, you damn white supremacist Trump supporter. I mean, oh, man, terrible. What are you going to offer me food too?
Yeah.
Going to, pay for my meal and, drive me back to the hotel? You asshole.
Yeah, seriously.
All right. Well, I'm going to fuck off now. You don't need to hear my dumb voice anymore about that. Hell and kill and hand job and all that other shit. You guys are awesome. Goodbye.
We go.
Wow.
Fucking racist.
I didn't realize that getting a free meal was now racist too.
Well, it is racist. It's got to be racist.
Of course.
Yeah.
Well, now we know. We got it straight from Portland's mouth.
Right. Max Kellerman explained the backstory behind Trump-led government shutdown. There are reasons to be upset right now, and this ain't it, Kellerman added. He cautioned Americans against taking their eye off the ball about what's happening in the world to focus on the fast food fiasco. Fiasco.
So is he like sort of right then?
Yeah, he's like saying, don't let this be a smokescreen. Don't take your eye off of what's really happening by focusing on a fast food thing.
Yeah, because Kellerman has been a long-time cunt over at ESPN. He's definitely very against the president, I believe.
Well, but the thing is he's trying to say, don't take your eyes off of what's important to focus on a thing with fast food. What are you, nuts? Why are you focusing on this? This isn't the real story here.
Yeah, the real story is what Melania is wearing today and how she paid for it.
Yeah, and what boots she was wearing to a disaster site. She was wearing... Look at what she wore to the disaster.
What a bitch.
Hail and kill, call. You're on the air.
Yeah, it's Lou one last time. I just wanted to bring a little bit of positivity to your show. I forgot to mention earlier to all of our dark-colored friends out there to have a happy Martin Luther King Day. As my old man used to say, I don't know why we give these niggers a day off, because none of them work anyway. Hail and kill, fuck you, pal.
Wow.
All right, that might have been racist.
I think that was a little bit racist.
Come on, Lou. Everybody deserves a day.
Come on.
Don't they? Doesn't everybody deserve a day off?
They do.
Jesus.
But co-host Queerum said she perceived a racial angle to Trump's fast food offering. Of course she did.
Of course she did.
I don't know. I guess I took it very differently when I saw him giving the football players its predominantly black sport and fast food. My thought went to a very different place. Well, of course it did.
Yeah.
Because you're just looking for that.
Yeah, it's not like he served the white players lobster and the black players fucking McDonald's shit.
True.
Come on.
The president likes fast food, Kellerman interjected, which is true. They often show Trump eating McDonald's. Oftentimes, even on Air Force One. He could also make the argument that it falls in line with an abundance of other things that have transpired with this particular individual, Smith added. Clay Travis, who runs the troll-oriented sports website Outkick the Coverage, first reported on the segment and blasted the host on Twitter on Wednesday. ESPN host says that Donald Trump was racist to give Clemson football players fast food. This really just happened on ESPN on the air. We've got an early lead for the wokest take of the year, Travis tweeted. Wokest. I'm woke now.
I'm so tired of fucking all the fucking faggot fuck slang.
You and me both.
You know, speak some regular English. Enough with this I'm woke. No, you're not. You're either awakened or just that, awakened. You're not woke. If you say that you're woke, it's because you're lazy and a fucktard.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Well, our good friend Jericho Green, who is black, by the way.
Is he?
Yeah, he's black.
I did not notice.
He has a take on this whole Clemson Tigers visit and
Jesus
eating.
Christ, is it that big of a story that people are commenting all over the place?
Well, I'm telling you, this whole thing, you got to wonder, was this a smoke screen just to get the media to just talk about this while other things can go on?
The fuck?
You know, it's just like, look at the shiny thing over here. Don't look over here. Look at the shiny thing over here.
This is beyond stupid.
It is. I agree. I completely agree. But listen to this.
Jericho.
All right, here we go.
What up, boo? Jericho Green here with you early in the AM before the damn sun. I'm up. And before I get started, I do want to say thank you once again to those who are donating to my PayPal. It was going fucking crazy last night. And there are even people who are government employees who are furloughed right now who donated money. And I say that to say this. Don't believe the fucking hype. They're telling you They're telling me, they're telling us that all 800,000 employees who are furloughed right now because of the shutdown are hurting. They can't pay this, they can't pay that. Their children are starving and withering away in the corner. That's not true. It's never as bad as they say it is. There are some of these innocent, as they keep referring to them, these innocent people, these innocent government employees who support the president. They support the wall because they want security. Now, let's get into it. Clemson Tigers, the national champions of college football, went to the White House to meet the president. And part of that little trip is a meal. This shit is so funny. I wouldn't be surprised if Trump was laying in bed with Melania, and I'm sure that's a comfortable bed. I'm sure when they were laying in bed together, he was probably like, what can I do to set these fucking liberals on fire and watch them run around in circles, losing their fucking mind? At least I hope that's the way it came about, because these fools are going crazy. It's like Trump is somebody living in Florida sitting on his porch throwing chunks of meat to the gators. Because every single little fucking thing he throws out there, it's a fucking feeding frenzy.
So there he gets it.
Yeah, it sounds like he gets it fully.
Yeah.
We're talking about food. So they came to the White House to meet the president and all that shit, and he served them fast food. McDonald's, little Wendy's, maybe some BK, some Taco Bell, there's pizzas. I don't see what's wrong with that. These kids are 18 to 21 years old. What the fuck were you putting in your body at 18, 19 years old? I was halfway around the world, and when we pulled into port, it was all about anything that's not Navy food. When we were in port during lunchtime, if you had some money, these cars would pull up down on the pier, and it was KFC and Pizza Hut. And they'd come loaded up with shit, and people would flock around those cars and buy up every single crumb of food that they had. And one
Now, was that your experience at all?
Yeah, pretty much.
Well,
People
there
do not want to eat Army food. That's for damn sure.
So if you had an opportunity and had some money, and you fast food was available, you would go scarf it up.
Oh, we used to. I mean, we had free cards in our pocket to get meals. We had meal cards, but 90% of the time we would go to either there was a little restaurant right down the hill from us, or we would go off post to the McDonald's. There was a McDonald's in Korea, and we would go there and fucking eat that shit.
You'd eat some racist food,
of course, or monkey meat off the street or whatever.
All right,
that's what it was called. It was monkey meat. It was monkey on a stick.
There you go.
It was good too. Monkey was fucking rocking.
One time I went down there, I got some pizza, my buddy got some KFC, and it was a wing. And if you're familiar with a chicken, the wing is one of the smallest parts, probably is the smallest part on the bird. This fucking wing looked like it had been hanging out with Barry Bonds in 1998. That shit was huge. They don't have an FDA there, so God knows what was inside that fucking chicken. My buddy didn't give a shit. I didn't give a shit what was in that Pizza Hut. We scarfed it down like Somalians.
Yep, now he sounds exactly like how it was in the military.
There you go.
Just didn't give a fuck.
That's Jericho.
19 years old, you're putting drugs, fast food, alcohol, all kinds of shit in your body at 19 because you're invincible. I remember getting a form asking if I wanted them to take out money from my check for health insurance. I was like, I don't need no health insurance. I haven't been sick in forever. I'm 19. Get the fuck out of here. And they're saying, oh, these athletes, they take care of themselves, so why are they giving them that? Well, after a season of eating fucking celery sticks and chicken breasts, they were probably loving some fast food. You mean to tell me them 350-pound linemen weren't licking their lips waiting for the president to shut the fuck up so we can start eating? You think that wasn't the case? How would you feel if you walked into a room and saw a fucking table piled high with fast food? That sounds like fun to me. I'd be like, oh shit, let's go.
I guess Jericho isn't finding the fast food thing a racist deal.
Well, at least he's not sharing that part of it.
Oh, okay.
He's just sharing the positive spin.
Right. Because he's got white privilege, obviously.
Yeah, well, he's got the white privilege running.
Yeah, sure he does.
He's not taking the black side, so he's obviously showing his white privilege.
Yeah, and he goes to work at 4 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, see, he goes to work. That all by itself shows white privilege, doesn't it?
Exactly.
You don't ever see that much fast food. These are kids, man. They don't give a fuck. And if the president had stuck to the, I don't know, guidelines of what you're supposed to feed people when they come to visit the White House, there's probably some fucking cheese and grapes and shit, some foo-foo ass fancy shit that nobody wants, and they probably end up hitting Mickey D's when they left anyway. You ever go somewhere to eat and the food ain't all that and you're thinking about what drive-thru you're gonna fucking hit on the way home? Come on now. And let he, without fast food consumption, throw the first stone. We've all sat in a drive-thru and heard, welcome to McDonald's, can I take your order? We've all been there. You can't talk shit. We've all had fast food. We've all pumped money into these fucking companies. But of course, he can't do anything right. And you know, if Trump is involved, they gotta tie in racism. That's
See?
Yep.
If Trump is involved, it's got to be racist.
That's right.
Right, it's racist because most of the kids on the team are black and they come from working class families, so they gotta love this fast food shit, right? Surprised he didn't have fucking punch bowls full of red Kool-Aid.
I thought it was grape Kool-Aid now.
Yeah, I thought it was grape.
Grape drink.
Maybe they've changed. Maybe they went from like Newports to Cools or Cools to Newports. Now it's from grape Kool-Aid to red Kool-Aid.
They're taking it back.
Could be.
Just like in Clerks 2.
Right, exactly.
Actually, the more money you make, the more fast food you eat. So that would mean the less money you have, the less fast food you eat. And is it not racist, you writers at Vox, to assume that these black kids come from poor backgrounds? But of course it's racist because he fed these kids fast food. Somehow it's racist. And I can't remember if it was the Washington Post or New York Times, some shit, one of these fucking big time rags. And Trump said that the food was stacked a mile high. So they had someone fact check and they were like, well, actually, each burger is 2 inches tall, so they can't be a mile high. No shit, you asshole. It's called being hyperbolic. It's called hyperbole. Obviously, if it were a mile high, it couldn't fit inside the room, could it, you fucking dummies?
See, but that's where those headlines come from. See, Trump lied. He said the hamburgers were stacked a mile high. They weren't actually stacked a mile high. See, he lied.
Someone really wrote that in a newspaper?
Yeah.
Ugh.
But again, it's this outpouring that we got to somehow discredit Trump somehow.
Yeah. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
I did not even know of this story.
This
is ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
Shit. It's hilarious, man. We're talking about food. I got bigger fish to fry than worrying about the president serving hamburgers and fries. I got Gavin Newsom over here as the newly elected governor of California wanting to tax drinking water. That's right, fucking drinking water. I got roads that look like they have fucking acne, all bumpy and fucked up. We got criminals and murderers coming across our southern border because the Dems don't want to watch my motherfucking sex for me. I'm paying over $3.50 a gallon for fucking gas. What are you talking about, man? We got one major city where thousands of people are being shot every year. We have 2 million plus American children who are separated from their fucking parents because they're incarcerated. We have young girls being murdered in their parents' cars. Are you kidding me? You talking about some fucking fast food? So what if we serve those motherfuckers fast food? The quarterback even said the visit was awesome. And correct me if I'm wrong, I thought the best part of going to the White House was actually going to the White House and meeting the president, because nobody gets to do that. The food is an afterthought. And there was no food left, so they must not have had a problem. You think those big motherfuckers weren't walking away from those tables with 4 or 5 Big Macs stacked up like, hell yeah. Get out of here with that shit, man. So what? If he served them fucking T-bone steaks and mashed potatoes, there'd be a problem. If he served them nothing, there'd be a problem. There were actually people saying that, well, he's contributing to the abuse of animals because these fast food companies abuse animals when they take their meat and they fucking burn. Shut the fuck up. He can't.
He's one of us.
Yeah. Can't believe you haven't reached out to
I have. I've sent him a couple emails. I've not gotten a response.
Win for losing. If you cured cancer, they say you didn't cure it fast enough. I think it's hilarious. I think Donald Trump should be the Shaolin monk of trolling. This boy's good. Oh, man. And check this shit out. They're talking about what he served these kids. What about the shutdown? Why don't you Dems focus your energy on stopping this fucking shutdown, fund the wall so I get my W-2s and get my crumbs back from you motherfuckers? How about that? Damn fast food. I don't give a fuck what he served them. I don't give a fuck what he tweets. I don't give a fuck about nothing but his policies. But they don't focus on that because you guess what? There's no problem with his policies. More people are working, more people are getting money in their fucking checks, and we are finally respected around the world. Because we got a new sheriff in town, and he's not fucking around. America is a business, so we need a businessman in there to run it, and we have that. They don't ever talk about his policies. They always talk about, well, he said this, and 15 years ago he talked about grabbing a pussy. I don't give a fuck what he grabbed. And they conveniently leave out the part of the sentence before that where he says, they let you. Why don't you journalists get back to journaling? Get back to doing your fucking job and stop worrying about what he's feeding a bunch of under 21 pimple-faced fucking football players. That shit, those pictures are hilarious. You got that big-ass fancy room in the White House. You got dudes wearing white gloves and little tuxedos lighting the candles on the candelabras like they're about to sit down in a 5-star restaurant, and there's stacks of barbecue sauce. That shit was hilarious, man. One for the president. Oh, shit, it's good to be back. So let me jump back in this rat race, y'all. I got to go make some money to pay all these high-ass taxes in this fucked-up state. Now, you know how it goes. I try to be done with the left, but they just won't let me. Please, sub, resub.
So there goes Jericho Green.
There you go.
He gets it.
Sounds like it.
And this is a guy that does this on his way to work. He just puts his iPhone up there on the dash and records himself doing a stream of consciousness dialogue as he drives along to go to make his money.
Does he have a successful channel?
I think so.
Hundreds of thousands of downloads.
Yeah, he does good.
Oh, good for him.
Yeah. There's a guy who's, God forbid, he's not a white guy.
Yeah.
And he likes Trump. So he must be an Uncle Tom.
He's the one.
Yeah. So I thought you'd appreciate that. So thank you, Nathan from Kentucky, for submitting that story.
Yeah. And those of you that are bitching about it, blame Nathan.
People are bitching about it. They don't find any humor in any of this.
There's too much politics.
It's not politics. This affects everybody. What the hell is wrong with you people? Pay attention to something once in a while.
Go listen to Eddie Trunk, faggots.
Yeah.
He won't talk politics.
Well, this really isn't politics. This is just the state of our nation and state of our social situation here.
Yeah, but it's not metal.
Oh, please.
What about the Queensryche drummer controversy, man?
Yeah, really.
Jesus. Shut up. You guys are those stupid ones that are sitting here at 12:20 at night listening. So who's dumber, us for talking about shit you don't like, or you for listening?
Right.
Shut up!
Too funny. All right, let's get into a couple of tunes.
All right.
I'm going to play some Seven Witches.
Okay.
Our good friend Jack Frost and Company.
Yeah, love Jack.
I haven't talked to Jack since the Melodic Rock Fest.
Yeah, since last May.
Yeah, but it was good to see him.
Mm-hmm.
And Jack's always a good dude, and he was good enough to come over and hang out with us a little bit.
He was. We had fun with him.
And chit-chat, and he's always... He gets us, and it's almost like, I get what you guys are doing, and I really appreciate what you do, but sometimes I just don't want to be associated because I don't want to alienate anybody.
Right.
Yeah, but he's funny, man. He's a good guy.
Yeah, I think he served me pot laced.
He did. He did. He gave you some food.
But I think it was laced. I think it was pot laced. Because he gave it to me. He's like, you got to eat it now. You got to eat it now.
Yeah.
Okay. And then I did, and I got all mellow.
All right.
All right, cool.
All right. Well, Seven Witches has a CD out called Passage to the Other Side. I'm going to play the title track.
All right.
So here it is. It's Seven Witches exclusively here
on your classic metal show.
What's up, metalheads? This is Jack Frost of Seven Witches. You're tuned into the classic metal show, the hardest friggin' rockin' show on the dial.